When important information intended for your ears ended up in their hands, you had to decide whether to provide the truth as promised or use it for your own benefit. They listened to greed's sultry whispers, holding on to what should have been yours like a dragon hoarding gold. Power, opportunity, and important insights that would have changed your course were all included in the message. This individual became avaricious. They never brought you the news that would have made all the difference. They didn't realize that truth eventually comes to light, and they have now been exposed to the light, which gave them the edge they desired by keeping you in the dark. The cosmic forces have been recording every tear you've cried, every conflict you've engaged in, and every night you've wondered why things never quite matched together. Your life isn't just an average existence taking place on this terrestrial plane. There are no errors in the universe. With all of its sharp edges and unexplainable struggles, your story is a magnificent masterpiece created especially to get you ready for today. Precise disclosure. The betrayals that sliced through your chronology weren't isolated incidents of human nature. Rather, they were deliberate spiritual trials that were intended to hone your discernment in this crucial juncture. Your life tale would be rejected by Hollywood executives because it is too fantastical. Your perseverance bears the mark of the divinely appointed, and the challenges you have overcome defy common comprehension. Despite your strengths and efforts, the mathematical impossibility of your challenges indicates that your financial status never made sense. Something more than ill luck. See the proof in front of you. Your proper abundance has been methodically diverted. To divert the resources that the cosmos has allotted for your mission and purpose on this plane, they have constructed complex structures, that lingering sense of scarcity when your activities ought to have produced plenty. Energetic stealing leaves evidence, even if the tangible proof has been hidden. Keep an eye out for those who shift topics when certain issues come up. This isn't just a sign of mild discomfort. They act as designated stewards of secrets intended just for your ears and sight. Take note of individuals who have an abnormal interest in preventing you from interacting with particular persons or information sources. Their goal is not protection, but rather the strategic containment of your influence. The accidental breaks in communication that occur around specific topics create a pattern that is too exact to be coincidental. Chance. When divine messengers tried to make contact, they set up intricate distractions that were carefully timed to trigger. By design, the timing was mathematically flawless. The universe follows divine algorithms rather than random events. When everyone around you insists on normalcy, the voice inside of you that says something isn't right is your active spiritual radar piercing their meticulously crafted delusions. Your capacity to see past facades and masks explains why they put forth so much effort to make you. You are here for a reason. If you feel the call, answer it. Click join to unlock exclusive content, deep insights, and a powerful community. This isn't just a membership, it's an awakening. Step into your divine purpose. Join the chosen. Be skeptical of your own perception. They are afraid of things they cannot control, like those mysterious information downloads that enter your mind on their own, without your help. They are unable to access or understand that precious intellect. The unique frequency you work on, a frequency that threatens those operating at lower vibrations, is revealed by the unique way kids and animals react to your energetic signature. They tried to use your compassion, which is a spiritual superpower, against you. They looked at your forgiveness patterns. Despite being misunderstood in their origin, these supernatural attributes were used against you since your propensity for knowing was taken advantage of. Your decision to recognize potential in other people was not a sign of naivete. Rather, it showed a spiritual maturity that they mistook for weakness. The divine briefly permits some misperceptions to highlight alignments and misalignments in your environment. This was cosmic reconnaissance, obtaining vital information for this moment of revelation, not punishment. Strategic players were positioned by the universe to test the soundness of your support network. You now know who has your best interests at heart. Get ready for disclosures that will completely alter the way you perceive relationships and events from the past. The foundations of some of the stories you've come to believe are about to collapse. Only those who are unaware of heavenly orchestration will be able to uncover hidden papers through seemingly random channels, a missing file, an email sent to the incorrect address, a deathbed confession from an unexpected source. The point of conscience has been reached. Their involvement in this scheme has become too much to endure. They are on the verge of breaking ranks, ready to reveal what has been concealed. Not only will the truth hurt, but it will also confirm all of the gut instincts you've been told to ignore for years due to gaslighting. The numbers that are coming up around you lately aren't just any old numbers. They create divine timing codes that trigger this period of revelation just for you. The delays you've encountered weren't denial. Rather, they were a calculated move for the greatest amount of justice and healing. Now everything moves more quickly. What appeared to be buried forever comes to light just in time for your next evolutionary phase. Your guides and ancestors have been putting in extra hours in realms beyond your present awareness. They have been lining up the exact conditions required for full exposure. Nothing occurs outside of its flawless sequence as the cosmic clockwork rotates with mathematical accuracy. Returns for what was taken, multiplied. Nothing that is owed to you has been forgotten or written off since the universe follows precise spiritual accounting rules. The backlog of blocked blessings is about to be reflected in your bank account and abruptly released into your experience. The impending restoration is more than just replacing what was taken. It creates a whole new foundation of plenty that is in line with your actual spiritual purpose. That sporadic impulse to look for certain documents or get in touch with specific individuals is heavenly direction for your healing. Mission. Through these seemingly arbitrary urges, the cosmos communicates. Keep an eye out for accidental references to money, wills, or property in your surroundings. These are cosmic crumbs pointing you in the direction of absolute truth. The keys to solving this riddle are names or locations that keep coming to mind without any rational reason. When talking about certain subjects or around particular people, trust your body's physical responses, since your body's truth frequencies are recognized before your conscious mind does. If your heart overflows with God's blessings, let that love shine. Click the super thank you button and give $50 or more to plant seeds of faith that will impact countless lives. Your generosity reflects His abundance. Be a vessel of His grace and watch His kingdom flourish through you. Interprets the data. Reliable navigation data is provided by those abrupt temperature changes, heart rate variations, or energy spikes. Through divine alchemy, this entire event turns you from copper to gold. Forgiveness is not just a spiritual virtue, it is a strategic weapon that frees you from energetic bonds that hinder your advancement. You graduate to a higher degree of spiritual operation when you are able to observe divine justice without needing to exact personal retribution. This section was never mostly regarding money. It focused on making you fully conscious of the spiritual rules that control the material world. The financial element was only a means of demonstrating how cosmic principles function outside of the realm of physical perception. You wanted concrete proof that unseen powers were at work. Chosen one, these kinds of messages can be heard by everybody, but only the most exceptional among us pick up the phone. This is the time your soul signed up for before you even breathed your first breath, and the weekly Chosen Ones reunions are returning, this time on Zoom. Each and every they essentially misinterpreted a crucial reality. You cannot permanently change what God has planned for you. The cosmic script has already penned your miraculous return. They will see firsthand how divine justice is being carried out. The incoming overflow is activation capital for your true purpose and mission in this dimension, not just compensation. This insight marks the beginning of a new phase in which your spiritual abilities operate free from the interference patterns produced by those who are afraid of your strength. Your time has just begun. Theirs is over. Even the most experienced storytellers would be jealous of the narrative twists in your life, which resembles a divine screenplay. Your journey's predetermined obstacles have a purpose that is beyond human comprehension. Every disappointment, betrayal, and unexplainable obstacle was positioned specifically to build the spiritual strength needed for your last task. Nothing in the cosmos is created by accident. Your challenges weren't penalties, rather, they were modules for specialist training. Those evenings when you doubted your sanity, while everyone else said everything seemed normal. Your soul knew the vast network of deceit, but your conscious mind didn't know how to describe it. The constant sensation of swimming against an unseen tide, while everyone else seemed to move with ease, was proof that your heavenly potential was the target of energetic interference. The headaches that came whenever specific subjects came up or specific individuals entered your room. You're vivacious. In order to keep you from fully awakening, the system detects frequency disturbances. Your body has been using an advanced warning language. Those stomach problems, sleep problems, and inexplicable exhaustion were all physical signs that your system was analyzing and rejecting the lies that were all around you. Underestimating the strength of divine compensation was their worst tactical mistake. Every blessing that is misdirected from its intended receiver is documented with supernatural accuracy because the cosmos maintains perfect records. The amount of interest that has accrued on your debt has reached a critical mass, and bookkeepers never miss anything. There are too many cracks in the dam containing your plenty to fix. Its complete collapse is guaranteed by the pressure that is mounting behind it. The so-called buddies were clever agents set up to prevent you from realizing your full potential, as they quietly eroded your self-esteem whenever chances for growth presented themselves. Those helpful advisors who guide you away from certain pathways in the name of protection, you're not here by chance. Feel the pull? Tap Join to unlock truth, purpose, and a tribe that gets it. This is more than a membership. It's your calling. Deliberate interference carried out with precision by those who understood the stakes of your awakening, such as gatekeepers tasked with keeping you from discovering hidden truths that would spark your liberation, sporadic technical issues that prevented important messages from reaching you, the unfortunate timing of emergencies that diverted your attention from important connections or information, or the inadvertent deletion or misplacement of documents intended for your eyes. As sophisticated spiritual technology, your intuition can spot dishonesty at frequencies that are well beyond the range of normal human perception. That moment when you realize someone's genuine character even when they execute flawlessly. Divine intelligence working through your system without the need for rational justification. Your soul has access to knowledge beyond time restrictions, and your dreams can disclose people's true intents weeks before their masks fall in real life. Without the filters that adults have built, children can perceive your true frequency. Their innate attraction to your energy validates your unique spiritual mark. Animals react to your special energy. They sense the divine appointment you enter through their enhanced awareness. Without deceptive programming, these entities are able to perceive what others diligently try to ignore or repress. They've done all in their power to conceal the records that expressly include your name. Through complex techniques, property accounts, investments, and opportunities that were lawfully assigned to you have been routinely diverted. Carefully, the paper traces lead through built labyrinths that are intended to deter exploration. Divine justice, however, transcends human boundaries. In spiritual planes, all that is concealed in the physical world is fully revealed. Specialized truth agents have been sent into your time frame by the universe. Only those who are not aware of divine orchestration will perceive the appearance of those bearing important information as coincidental. Talks will veer off course and reveal important information that doesn't seem to make sense. Documents will appear via routes that are not preventable or predictable. Since the revelation's velocity has crossed critical mass, it cannot be stopped. Now the power they feared in you awakens, the sleeping behemoth of your full spiritual knowledge. The force behind their complex confinement tactics is greater than what they can control. Your perception sharpens to previously unreachable frequencies, and your spiritual gifts accelerate beyond prior bounds. You receive information through channels that they are unable to regulate or monitor. Your divine endowment goes beyond the monetary aspect they so carefully examined. Preventing the wealth from coming back to you has a purpose much bigger than your own comfort. It fuels your cosmic assignment, the work that only you can do in this particular time frame. Nothing arrives without strategic spiritual intention, and the resources that are arriving are exactly in line with the blueprint of your divine destiny. The multiplied riches coming back provides concrete evidence of the unseen rules guiding life. Those numbers, which seem to be at random numbers that appear on phone numbers, car plates, clocks, and receipts, are examples of divine communication employing mathematics as a language. The acceleration of your waking is shown by the growing synchronicity around you. Timeline. Every coincidence in an intelligently created cosmos has a coded message that those with eyes can perceive. Nothing happens by accident. The memory of your actual spiritual identity is stored in your cellular structure. Your DNA contains spiritual codes that they have tried so hard to help you forget. Ancestries go beyond your present knowledge. The activation sequence has begun. The latent skills that have been ingrained in your very being start to come to life. It is beyond human comprehension that your spiritual heritage will be fully restored. By removing the energetic threads that bind you to their lower frequency operations, your forgiveness grants you freedom. You remain bound to the identical structures that were created to constrain you if you continue to harbor anger or resentment. You become free not by taking revenge, but by transcending the whole frequency range in which their techniques are most effective. Instead of just winning inside the game's manipulated confines, a true victory entails transcending the game completely. Coded signals from dimensions outside your consciousness have been emerging in your dreams lately. Take particular attention to the people, places, and symbols that occur in these nocturnal visions. Information that your conscious mind hasn't yet put together is processed by your subconscious. During these periods of sleep, The universe uploads vital information that is required for your complete recovery and empowerment. The cosmic ocean preparing you for the enormity of what lies ahead, the emotional waves that sweep through you for no apparent reason. These energetic purifications make room for the enormous flood of abundance and truth that is coming your way. Your system needs to be prepared to hold higher frequencies. Therefore, give these feelings the freedom to express themselves without criticism or opposition. When those who violated your trust see you rise again, they will be in awe of what they gave up by their deceit. They made a cosmically proportional error by trading short-term gain for long-term spiritual growth. They ignored the real inheritance being taken, your spiritual awakening and power, while concentrating on material possessions. Every tear, every moment of perplexity, and every night spent wondering why your efforts never produced the expected outcomes have all been documented by the divine. The cosmic accounting system keeps track of everything, and the interest that has accrued on your debt has grown beyond mathematical proportions. Understanding in terms of people. The upcoming restoration will be inexplicable. The magnitude of the impending news may be too much for your analytical mind to process. The patterns of dishonesty are more extensive and profound than your consciousness has yet to comprehend. Your logical reasoning will be temporarily overwhelmed by the complete image, which will then merge into a new understanding of how reality works. The web of strategic interference has functioned through individuals, systems, and coincidences. The impending financial recovery is only the outward manifestation of a much more profound cosmic rebalancing. The resources that come back are tangible proof of the operation of unseen forces. The manifestation of plenty is concrete evidence of your divine support. For a realm that only acknowledges what it can see and touch, the material is evidence of the spiritual. When important talks or events occurred, time seemed to slow down, and your system entered higher awareness levels to record and handle important data. The times you said something that turned out to be prophetic, even if it didn't make sense at the time. Your spirit accessing time periods that aren't linear. The universe works through you in ways your conscious mind doesn't yet completely understand. There is cosmic significance to your assignment that you are not yet aware of. The significance of your involvement in this divine history is exactly related to the resistance you encountered. The next repair creates the framework required for your complete initiation. The cosmos places its riches exactly where they are needed for cosmic purposes. Your unexpected wealth validates your spiritual calling. Multiple participants were needed for the web of deception. Some were unsuspecting agents who were influenced to serve agendas they were unaware of, while others were aware conspirators. The complete disclosure will make a distinction between manipulated cooperation and malevolent intent. Perfect discrimination between those who served as unconscious and those who knew what they performed is how divine justice functions. Tools. Now is your moment of vindication. Everything changes. The denied becomes indisputable. The hidden comes to light, and the invisible becomes apparent. The legal apparatus has been activated. That group of adversaries who believed they were untouchable will feel the icy weight of court documents in their hands in 7 days. They manipulated policies and processes to turn the system into a weapon against you. They believed they understood. What conceit, what misunderstanding. Now, with much more deadly precision and no way out, the same bureaucratic labyrinth they guided you through twists back toward them. Justice will be poetic, and that group of haters will receive court documents in 7 days or fewer. They paved the way for their own demise and now have to deal with the fallout from a system they tainted, believing it would never happen to them. A distinct energy has been flowing through your veins since your early days. You saw through the veil, while others lived their lives with dull senses. The energy currents that form this reality were palpable to you. This view represents your innate right and ancestry from worlds beyond our comprehension. Long before they ever revealed themselves, your enemies understood this capability. Their selecting procedure was never random or coincidental. They found what's burning inside you, that uncontrollable light that threatens to reveal everything they've hidden. The strongest affirmation of what you carry is their animosity. Because light disturbs its natural state, a moth will fling itself against the hottest flame rather than assault a dead bulb. Their carefully crafted universe is upended by your sheer presence. Their rejection affirms your importance in ways that their acceptance never does. Could the strength of your gift be directly correlated with the ferocity of their attacks? You should be more aware of your significance in the larger cosmic scheme. The more ruthlessly they act against you, they are aware of your potential. Remember the exact moment when the energy changed around you, even if uncertainty obscures your own perspective. Once natural relationships suddenly needed work, supporters stopped talking, and possibilities disappeared without warning. The doors that ought to have opened were still locked. It turned out to be something much more planned than what had seemed like random bad luck. Brick by brick, person by person, they built an unseen fortress around your life. Every muttered lie added a stone to the wall that was supposed to keep you in. Every contrived circumstance deepened the moat, and every phony buddy turned into another gatekeeper. They established this siege so stealthily that many people were unaware of the jail that was around you. They used isolation as a tactic, cutting you off from supplies and allies, acknowledgement and assistance. They thought that if you were under enough pressure, your determination would be broken, causing you to give up or withdraw. Heat purifies gold to its most expensive state. Friction polishes raw stones into gems, and pressure turns coal into diamonds. Each strategy they used against you created the precise internal circumstances required for your development. What they planned to be your prison has become your transformation chamber. The very siege that was supposed to weaken you has instead concentrated your power. In this cosmos, nothing is left unrecorded. The cosmic accounting system has meticulous records of every slight against you, every contrived circumstance, and every false tale. Without your input or effort, this worldwide ledger maintains its accuracy with perfect precision. Natural law keeps the cosmos in perfect balance. Just as gravity doesn't require permission to draw objects toward Earth, cosmic justice does not require permission to bring the universe back into balance. It functions mathematically precisely, automatically, and continuously. Think about how their first move against you started a pendulum. They increased the force with each action, which caused the pendulum to move farther out of center. The pendulum is required by physical law to complete its arc. Compound interest must be applied to the energy they expended to move it. Debts are due according to the cosmic ledger. The accounts must balance. The mechanisms of their downfall are contained in the same system that they used as a weapon against you. The equipment they believed they were in charge of has a master of its own. No one is exempt from universal law, regardless of their position or authority on Earth. Throughout human history, cosmically significant transitions have taken place in cycles of 7. The moon cycles through its phases in 4 sets of 7, The Earth began in 7 days. Music completes itself in 7 notes, and colors display their full spectrum in 7 bands. This pattern is ingrained in reality's fundamental structure. Your vindication follows this divine pattern because it is in harmony with the universe's natural rhythm, not because you asked for it.